So today we are at a place about 3 or 4 miles to the south of the town of Marlborough and around about 2 miles to the west of Savernake Forest. This is a place called West Woods. Quite a large wood, not as big as Savernake Forest. They were once joined up some years ago, but now they're not. But it's a really nice, a lovely looking wood. I've been here several times before and I've really enjoyed myself. So if you like nature, if you like getting out in the woods and in the forest and things like that, then I really do think that you're going to enjoy this little video. Okay, so I've just come from the woods over there. Absolutely outstanding. This is an absolutely just a wonderful place to be, and can hear absolutely nothing apart from the guns going over behind me to my right hand side. Okay, I think we're all set to go off. I've got 10 satellites. I've got nothing above me here. I'm on a bit of a pathway here within the forest itself, so it's easy to see if I need any kind of a reference up there looking down. I can then use this pathway as a good reference to get myself back. If not, I can then always just hit the return to home button, the panic button as it were. Right, we get filming. I'm making sure there's nothing above me which will impact the drone if I do need to return it to home. Right, okay, up we go then. So this is West Woods. As I said, it's about 3 or 4 miles from the town of Marlborough. In northern Wiltshire, county of Wiltshire, southern England. And it just gives you an idea of where we are. We're going to take it up, we're going to have it a bit of a fly around. Give us all a bit of an idea of this wonderful place. It really is a lovely wood, this one. Savernake Forest isn't a million miles away. In fact, we might just be able to see it in the background, just come into view at some point. But it's a lovely place, this. A lovely wood. And it's quite large as well, as you can see. It's not massive, it's not as big as Savernake. But nonetheless, it's a lovely looking place. It really is a lovely looking wood, this one.
High above the treetops strong, eagle scans the world so long. Wings spread wide, glide on free air. No chains bind, roam if you dare. Mountains whisper tales of old. Wings like legends, brave and bold. From the cliffs to rivers wide, eagles fly, a timeless ride. Eagle flight over the big forest, finding wells where dreams run wild. Eagle's heart beats with honest zest, in the land where spirit smiles. Catching winds that none can see, from the dust till sunlight's plea. Shadows dance beneath the light, eagles journey endless flight. High above the canopy, where the whispers of the free. Eagle's call cuts through the night, piercing stars with endless light. Eagle flight over the big forest, finding wells where dreams run wild. Eagle's heart beats with honest zest, in the land where spirit smiles.
Okay, right, here we go then. So this is going to be Westwoods. This is going to be a fly in and around a part of Westwoods. It's quite a big wood, this one, small forest in fact. I think it was a forest because this was a royal hunting ground some years ago, going back in the 1500s or the 1700s. And so therefore it became a forest rather than a wood, although it's called West Woods. It used to be part of Savernake Forest once upon a time, a long time ago. Anyway, less of me waffling, more of me flying. And we get the old drone up in the air, and we get firing. This is going to be on 4K. 30 frames per second. It's fairly open here actually, so it shouldn't be too bad regarding accidents or incidences. The problem is you can be flying around quite fast because you think it's open, and it leads you into a false sense of, let's say, security in a way. But anyway, just keep your eyes open for anything.
Point updated.
Big screen again, guys. Lots of sarsen stones around here. We might see something interesting, we might not, but it doesn't really faze me. It's just nice to be out here and just to be part of something which is quite amusing. Anyway, so yeah, let's give this a go then, guys. I might even get brave a bit later. I'll stick it on sports mode just to see how we get on with that. It turns faster. It doesn't necessarily fly quicker. It reacts differently. So I've got it on normal mode now. I'll stick it on sports mode. We'll just whip it around. You'll just notice a difference. So this is sports mode. Okay, so it's going to go a bit quicker through the air probably. Not a huge amount, but it just reacts differently. It turns quicker. Those guys who've got Neos out there will probably understand what I mean about that. Anyway, yeah, this is fun. It's a fun little drone. I really do like it. But the problem is when you put it on sports mode, your battery goes down from maybe 17 or 18 minutes to something like maybe 13 or 14. Well, I've got it on normal mode now, so we slowed it down a little bit. I just want to preserve the battery, really. I'm not out here to thrash it around like a mad thing. I'm really just out here to, just to enjoy the area pretty much, just to see what there is. It's very open, isn't it? And I've also come up here to see the sarsen stones, which is something which is quite interesting. Now, as the crow flies, Stonehenge is about 20-25 miles away. And if you know anything about Stonehenge, there's some interesting stones there. 100% quartzite pretty much. Now there was an experiment done some years ago, back in the 1950s. Some scientists went down to Stonehenge and they took a chip off the old block of one of the stones and they analysed it, and then they came here to Westwoods and did exactly the same thing, and the composite of the stone from Stonehenge and from Westwoods was an almost exact match. Now, it doesn't really take a rocket scientist to figure out where the stones came from, from Stonehenge. The old thinking was years ago that they came from Wales. Now, what would be the point of lugging, these 20-ton stones, about 6 meters high, stones from Wales all the way down to Stonehenge? Why not just get them from here? So that's a modern day thinking. There was a bit of a conundrum some years ago. Where did the stones come from, which make up Stonehenge? And I think with modern day science, we'll say modern day science, we're talking back in the 50s now, 70, 80 years ago, we've now come to the understanding that it was probably from here. In fact, they're pretty sure that the stones from Stonehenge actually came from Westwoods itself. And there's a whole array, a whole abundance of these things right away through this whole wood. So there we go. Mystery solved. The stones from Stonehenge come from Westwoods. Yeah, so interesting bit of history there about Stonehenge and where the stones actually came from. It seems like it did come from this particular wood, which I suppose in a way it's its claim to fame, in a sense. Right, so we're just going to move location from where I was earlier. There's a few people around the woods today, being a Sunday afternoon. People do like to get out, obviously take their dogs for a walk and get some exercise themselves, and come out to just such a wonderful place as it is out here. So I'm going to just move myself maybe about 300 or 400 meters, and I'm going to go to a more pine kind of wooded area of this particular forest. It looks really nice actually. You can still see there is some snow and ice on the ground. It has, say, warmed up slightly from our -4, -7, which we've been experiencing for most of this week. Today it's around about 3 or 4, but it feels a whole lot warmer than it was a few days ago. This looks really busy in there. I think I'm going to fly it more over towards that way over there. So we'll take her off. We're down to 55% battery power, and once again we get filming, and away we go. Just see what we can see in this particular part of the wood. Gosh, wow. Okay, gotta be careful, haven't I? Just keep your eyes open, guys. You might see something interesting. The landscape has changed somewhat from where we were flying just a few moments ago. As you can see, it's really busy here, isn't it? Gosh, wow. Got to be on my best flying form here, I think, to get this thing out there and back again, incident free. Would be nice. Not necessarily looking for thrills. I'm just out here just to fly my drone, just to really see what there is. I'm just going to go across over here because it looks a bit more open and kind of interesting in a sense. It looks so wild, doesn't it? Just wild. Wow. Look at that. Looks like there might be some I don't know, some chicken wire there or something, some kind of a little keep, so we'll steer clear of that. We go around it, and let's have a little scout in here, shall we? Yeah, just see what there is. Yeah, it's lovely to get out on a Sunday morning. Just nice to be out here, to be part of this, really. Okay. Right, there could be all sorts in here. Black bears, brown bears, yetis, I don't know, wolves, you name it, it could be in here. I think at once upon a time it probably was. You know, we've lost so much. We really have. You know, Britain, you know, used to have some real good hunting grounds years ago. Deer, plenty of wild boar, bears, probably, definitely wolves. Definitely all that going on, but now there's hardly anything at all. It's kind of boring in a sense, because you know, when you're flying around you'd love to see something just wild, a pack of wolves or something, you know, or some kind of a wild cat, you know, or a bear or whatever else. So yeah, we haven't got an awful lot over here, I'm afraid. That's why I'm kind of envious of other countries who have. Europe have got some really nice forests with lots of wildlife in them, let's say.
Landing.
No, don't land. Oh. Okay, it's just down to one bar, one light. Basically, that is return to home kind of territory. I've got a bit more power in some of my other batteries, so I like to completely just run them right the way down. I've got 2 bar on here. That's about 3 or 4 minutes flying, so we're just going to once again just take it off and take it out. We just stick around here because it's quite nice and quite interesting. So here we go again then. Slightly different direction this one. Alright, we take it down here. Straight over the little doggy. There we go, straight over a down tree. And we're just losing elevation. The land is falling away, so sometimes you've got to stop this thing and then let it descend when it stops, like that, for instance.
Home point updated.
It just doesn't seem to want to descend and fly forward at the same time. I'm not exactly sure why that would be. Oops, just gonna go. Okay, yeah, we're just going down a bit of a valley here. So we're just going to fly it around the side of this particular little valley, keeping it fairly local, just because I am down to 37% battery power, and I don't want to fly it much further than perhaps I ought. But yeah, we just take a nice leisurely cruise around just to see what we can see. It's really lovely countryside. It's a lovely wood, this one. All different array of different trees. You've got ferns down here. Look, you've got your kind of Christmas tree looking things. Okay, we'll just take it in this direction here. I'm just glitching up badly at the moment, so I'm just going to give it some elevation, and then we'll take it back in a kind of a homeward direction. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just glad that the weather has decided to be less cold. It was really very cold in the UK for most of the week, and you have to feel really for the wildlife, especially smaller birds. I think they really do struggle with the real intense cold weather. So I try my best, I go out there and feed the ducks and feed the swans and put nuts and seeds out, for the birds and things. You hope that they kind of can munch on that and it just gets them through a bit of a cold snap. That's your hope anyway. Okay, right, it's coming back to me now. We're down to 23% battery.
Level is low. Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
Right, I'll take it to the home then. Right, take it to the home. I have got another battery with a bit more power in it, so I'm gonna use that one. So we'll get this thing home, and then we'll stick another one in, and then we'll take it out for another little flight. There she comes.
Battery level is low. Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
There you go, sorted. We have got another battery with 62% battery power. That's 5 or 6 minutes, isn't it? See if we can keep it near that long then, shall we? Anyway, let's head off in a totally different direction then. We'll swim it off in this way. Trying to keep it in a fairly flyable condition. So sometimes easier said than done when you're flying through wooded areas such as this. Oop, there you go, see, just little things, you just can't see them until perhaps, you know, it's a bit too late sometimes.
Home point updated.
Okay. Let's get it over here. This looks kind of interesting. It's a bit more open spaced, but we're just going to investigate, have a little bit of a scout around this part just to see what there is. You wouldn't be normally walking out here unless you lost your drone, of course. Which is what I might have to do pretty soon, I think, perhaps. Okay. Right, we're just looking around, see what there is. It's just really nice just to be part of this. It really is, you know. I'm just so grateful I can actually get out to places like this, and I'm able to do kind of what I'm doing. It's very similar to the other place where I was just some 45-50 minutes ago now. Right, that's the home direction, so we'll try and fly it home if we possibly can without me having to go out all the way out there and go and drag it back again. So we don't want any mistakes. Keep this thing in a flyable state, keep it away from any branches and twigs and trees, obviously. Okay, he's just coming back towards me now. Okay, trying to pick a line now. It's what I've got to try and do. That's kind of interesting. Well, I'm just going off at a bit of a tangent because we've still got 45% battery power, so we're going to absolutely get everything we possibly can. Whoops. Out of the battery. Kind of interesting around here. After taking it through that bit of a jungle. Take it more towards perhaps a home point area. Across the track was in the forest. Back into this part of the forest. Over towards a home point area.
Battery level is low.
We'll cancel that.
Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
This is the last battery I've got, so my fun and games is going to be over again for another day, and tomorrow is full on DIY. So I thought I'd get out today, have my little bit of a fix until I can get back out again, perhaps on Tuesday or Wednesday. Okay. Damn. Down to 19% battery power.
Battery level is low. Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
Asked me to come back straight away, really. I'm just going to absolutely get everything out of this particular battery. Right, I'm down to 15% battery power, and I'm just taking it out. I just want to drain it right the way down. Take it around the back of this tree, I think, and then back towards my home point, which is going to be over in this direction, I think. Straight down here.
Landing.
What's the land now? It's
Critically low battery warning.
yeah, there we go. Critically low battery. So it wants to land, so I really got to push up hard on the stick. Screaming away. I can see me. There we go. There we go.
Visual positioning failure, unable to return automatically.
There we go.
Pay attention to flight safety.
Completely dead. 3 batteries
Critically low
are
voltage.
completely dead. Okay, it's been fun.
In the lands of endless gold, eagle of the wilderness, rise. Touch the heavens, endless skies. Echoes of your mighty cries. Through the ages, never dies. The shadows sweep, promises the faithful keep. Eagle of the wilderness, rise. Touch the heavens, endless skies. Echoes of your mighty cries. Through the ages, never dies. Brave and bold, from the cliffs to rivers wide. Eagles fly a timeless ride. Eagle flying over the big forest, finding realms where dreams run wild. Eagle's heart beats with promises, in the land where the spirit smiles. From the cliffs to rivers wide, eagles fly a timeless ride.